Hello everyone, this is the fifth floor silence here, and today I decided to do a video on microaggressions, as I like to call them, microstupidity. So, found this list. It was like from the University of Wisconsin, I believe. It's a list of microaggressions, the theme, the message, blah blah blah. Since I can't figure out how to do the whole put an image over and have my audio go with it, I'll just leave a link down below. And if you guys want to look at that while I'm talking about it, reading it, you can. Or you can just watch the video and me having weird facial expressions. So let's get started. First theme: alien in own land. When Asian Americans and Latino Americans are assumed to be foreign born. Okay. Alright, the microaggressions question statements are: where are you from? Where were you born? You speak good English. And a person asking an Asian American to teach them words in their native language. Okay. And the message is: you're not American, you are a foreigner. Okay. Alright, let's go to the theme again. Alien in own land. And when Asian Americans and Latino Americans are assumed to be foreign born. Alright, now, I'm at college. Well, I'm in summer break, but at college, I can generally tell by accents where someone is born in America or not. So I don't assume where they are. If someone has a particular accent that I can't place, it's instinctively for me to understand. Want to know where the accent's from. But of course, with Latino accents, Hispanic accents, Latino accents, whatever like they're called, they really are hard to place because, well, I'm living in the South, kind of, but I generally do not assume they're foreign born. I just assume they're born. Where the fuck? Right, so then the questions: where are you from? I ask everyone that fucking question because I need to know. And people ask me where I'm from. Like, if I hear someone with a heavy Southern accent, I'm going to correctly assume that they are from the South. I ask them where they're from, so I know what state they're from. At least, if they say they're from Alabama, then I was like, okay, I'm potentially dealing with fundamentalist Christian dumbass, but okay. Or they might be from Texas. I'm like, Texans. Oh joy. Of course, the reason made pronounced. But as people where they're from, it's like people take pride in where they're from at times. Ask them where they're from, you generally want to know more about them. You're taking an interest. It's not you're a foreigner or you're not from America. You take an interest in who they are. Like, where are you from? You're from the West Coast? Huh? I've never been to the West Coast. If I meet someone from the West Coast, I want to know what's like in the West Coast. I've been up north on the East Coast. I have family up north. I've been up there. I have family down in Florida. Been down there. I know what it's like down there, kind of. But West Coast new. And so the same thing for our countries. I met some people from also across Asia. I met some from Korea, Japan, I think China, Mongolia. So I kind of keep up. I think can't remember if I met some from Thailand. That I want. And someone from the Philippines. No way, I had to do some high schools from there. But still, Philippines. New Zealand, I want to do something from there. I dated someone from India. And let's see. Well, at work, I also met someone from Egypt. That was an interesting experience. Because like Egypt. Did not expect that. I honestly thought he was a native born. Seriously. Of course, no one gives me shit for that. I'm like, okay. Alrighty, and where were you born? I have never asked that question, and never heard anyone ask, where were you born? Because that's a fucking stupid question. If it's like, where were you born? I was born where they were from. I was born in Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee. So it's like, where were you born? Who speaks? Yeah, that's a stupid question. And though you speak good English. I ain't good English right there. I didn't even sound right. So if think this spin it around. If you were to go to China or Japan, Thailand, or Spain, or any place that English is not the first language, and you spoke in their native tongue better than most tourists or foreigners, and they say you speak good X, you'll be a compliment. It's like, hey, you're trying to speak the main language, and you're doing pretty good for it, for a stupid American. See? So it's like, you're not American, you are a foreigner. That's the message. Like, when people ask me where I'm from, I don't think I'm a foreigner. That's fucking stupid. At least this message is moronic. It's like some person who made this message is looking for something to bitch about. Alright, yeah, this is moronic. Alrighty, next theme. Exception of intelligence. Description of intelligence. Great. Oh yeah, I have difficulty with saying words I haven't seen before. The joy. Assigning intelligence to a person of color on basis of their race. Alright, whoever wrote this was a moron. I'm saying that not based on their race, I'm saying that because of these reasons here. Alright. You are credit to your race. You are so articulate. Asking an Asian person to help with a math or science problem. And the message is, people of color are generally not as intelligent as whites. It is unusual for someone of your race to be intelligent. All Asians are intelligent and good at math and science. Alrighty, to the theme. Assign intelligence to a person of color on the bias of their race. I'll be honest, when I see a white person in the South, I generally think they're a moron. Because that's how it is down here, okay? But if I don't base intelligence on someone by their race, and then only wait till they start talking, and I base their intelligence on their ideas and what they're saying. Unless they're whites in the South, we go around with a Confederate flag and a flag and spewing out dumb shit, then by all means I'm going to call them an idiot. Alrighty, but who does this? Alright, racists to do that. Well, of course, who think this? Morons. Alright, your credit to your race. Other than like people who are painfully obvious racists, KKK, I think Sargon Carr calls them storm, whatever the fuck they're called. Never looked them up. Other than that, I have never heard anyone say this. You are so articulate. I've been told that a couple of times. I'm so smart. 5 people. If someone's articulate, that's a compliment. It means you're smart. You can say that to anyone. It's like, hey. And asking an Asian person to help with a math or science problem. How? I would, if I'm in math, if I'm taking out a math problem, I have a friend who's good at math. She's not Asian. I'll go ask her. She's really good at math. She wants to be part of this math fraternity at college. I didn't even know we had that. So if I'm with a math problem, I'll go to her. For science, I'll probably find someone in the group I hang out with in the secular student alliance. I can ask one of them. There's bound to be someone good in science in there. See? Ask a friend. I'll ask a friend that I know is good at the said subject. So this microaggression, asking an Asian person with help in math or science problem. If you ask them and they're your friend and you know they're good at it, and you trust them better than other people in your class, for fuck's sake, that's not microaggression. You're pretty much saying, I know who you are. You're smarter than me. You're smart. You're one of the smart. And I know you. Can you help me? I'm on it. Alright, so people of color are generally not as intelligent as whites. Only people who would say that are extreme racists and neo-Nazis and morons like that. You're going to find them in the South. It's going to be hard to find. I highly doubt you'll find them in university. Ooh, no, I can't say that. That's me. Nah, I'm going to say it anyways. People who say you're accredited to your race are doing neo-Nazis and they don't appear in universities that much. Unless they're going there to protest something. So, it is unusual for someone of your race to be intelligent. Let's say you're articulate. Compliments, and you know a lot. It's unusual for something that's stupid to be posted on the internet. No, wait, no, it's not. Completely normal for stupidity to be on the internet. Alrighty. All Asians are intelligent and good in math and science. Clearly, the person who ever wrote this did not think of North Korea. Whoops. That might have been racist. Fuck off. Oh, what? It's college. If you're in college and someone's in a higher math class, like a 4,000 math class or up, like, of course they're going to be good at it. They're in there. They made it for the 300, made it for the 1, 2, and the 300s. I'm proud of where the fuck their numbers is someone's supposed to be. If they're in a higher math or science class, of course they're good at it. Alrighty, moving on because that's moronic. Colorblindness. Statements that indicate that a white person does not want to acknowledge race. Oh god, that's really annoying. See, when I look at you, I don't see color. America is a melting pot, and there's only one race, the human race. Alrighty. Denying a person's color, racial / ethnic experiences. Assimilate and cultivate to the dominant culture, denying the individual as a racial or cultural being. Alrighty, to the colorblindness. Statements that indicate that a white person does not want to acknowledge race. And that's a bad thing. How? No, it's like the person who writes this wants race to be like the first thing. It's like, no, it's like, why? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was a civil rights leader back in the day, in the 1900s, late 1900s, in the 60s and 70s, I believe. Somewhere around there. I don't know. Let's see here. Dr. Michael Luther King Jr., MLKJ Jr. It was anything to ring a bell. There's a movie that came out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he says something along the lines like this. I have a dream that my 2 daughters will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. You're saying that you can't, we're going to have to do the exact opposite? Martin Luther King Jr. versus the idiot who came up with this list. Jr. List maker. So a rights leader who wants to make the world better. The list made by someone who doesn't want to put list made kind of thing. List written by a list of weak, stupid things to live by. Right, that's what I'm gonna call it. It's just the microstupidities. Yeah. So when I look at you, I don't see color. I never heard someone say that. I've never said that. And it's a pointless, moronic thing to even say. So ladies don't want to not knowledge race. It's one thing to not be proud of your history, but it's another thing to make it a most important aspect. And America is a melting pot. And last I checked, that's kind of one of the mottos. I believe it might be on the Statue of Liberty. Melt the pot, come together, and let it be. Get rid of all that things. But no, gotta make it sense. There's only one race, the human race. Well, genetically speaking, evolutionarily speaking, and logically speaking, yes. There is only one race, the human race. And we're fucking losing said race. Yeah. It's like the person who, I don't even know what to say. Yeah. Alright, so the message were denying a person's color or a person of color racial / ethnic experiences. How? By not judging someone by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. How does that deny them their experiences? This is deny them. This is saying the person talking to you will not judge you by your color of your fucking skin. They'll judge you by your character. If your character is weak, they'll consider you weak. If your character is strong, they'll consider you strong. Same thing as being smart and stupid. If you have a strong, smart character, they'll see you as a strong, smart person. It's the character, not the skin. Skin's fucking useless. All it does is keep the gooey stuff on the inside. Alright, so, and assimilate as cultivate to the dominant culture. You do know when you put stuff in a melting pot, you are not dumb things like when you make something, you're cooking something, a big goulash. The more stuff you put in, you change the flavoring of it. Depending on what you throw in some spices and some sauces. Yeah, it all blends together, but it changes the flavor. So pretty much the same thing's happening here. If you assimilate, if you add in something, you change the culture. You make it better. It's like, what the fuck? Look how much is this? America's a melting pot where we all get together and we work together. It's like, what the? This is moronic. My brain's starting to hurt. Alright, and the third message is denying the individual as a racial / cultural being. That the person who made this list also realized that the ones saying it would also be implying that about themselves. If I were to say I only see one race, the human race, I pretty much deny my own racial / cultural being. What does cultural have to do with being about race again? How is being white a cultural thing? No one chooses to be white. Same thing, black, Asian, Latino, blah 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 blah. No one chooses these things. They're just born. They don't get to choose those pesky little details. Let's get them. And the whole cultural being thing still doesn't make any fucking sense. Culture is a concept. A bunch of people get together to make a culture. Cultures change. It's like I'm saying, it has again the racial bit. What am I saying? I'm not judging you by your race. I'm judging you by your fucking content of your character. Just remember Martin Luther King Jr. I mentioned that earlier. Yeah. Moving on. The theme is criminality, assumption of criminal status. A person of color is assumed to be a dangerous criminal or deviant on the bias of their race. Okay. A white man or woman clutching their purse or checking their wallet as a black / Latino approaches or passes them. What? A store owner following a customer of color around the store. A white person waits to ride the next elevator when a person of color is on it. What? You are a criminal. You are going to steal, slash you're poor, slash you not belong, slash you are dangerous. What? That's the message? What the fuck? Alright, back to the theme. Criminality. Alright, for the record, when I meet new people or see new people, I do what I consider a threat assessment. I look at everyone the same, go from top to bottom, looking at their height, weight, and muscular tone. And know what I get for the most part? Low to minimum threat to physical self. And a lot of times, I get high mental strain, potential high thermal strain. These are arbitrary values. I'm like, this person is not a threat to my physical being, but they might be a threat to my mental well-being. You know what? Only one time did I ever get a high threat assessment from someone. And it was a woman who was shorter than me, and she walked in the door room. She lived with friends, but about a pair of scissors. She walked. Her roommate walked in. I looked at her. I didn't even go through the entire assessment when my back of my brain said, "Back the fuck up." Okay, this person was shorter than me, and I backed away from her just real quickly because I perceived her as a potential threat to my well-being. I'm like, wait, what the fuck did I just do? That never happened before. So no, I don't do that. People threats based on race. I've seen threats based on muscle and body tone and body language. It goes for everyone. Something I do, so I have it from high school. That's a story from another day. Alright, a white man or woman clutching their purse or checking their wallet as a Latino or black person approaches or passes them. If they pass you, how can they take your fucking wallet or purse? The only thing you should really concern that is they bump into you. Deliberately as well. But no, it's like, if you keep your wallet in the right spot, you don't have to worry about that. I don't know how purses work, because I see the concept of purses moronic. So moving on to the next wording, question, action, thing, moronic, microaggression. Store the following a customer of color around the store. But are we in pre-civil rights era? Did we change time periods without me knowing about this? Seriously. Who does that? You saw on the cat that leaves the cashier right here? Sure. No, that's what security cameras are for. They watch everyone. Yeah, still. Who does that? Who follows the customer around? And a white person will wait to ride the next elevator. The person claims, do you know, is this person ever ride a fucking elevator? Do they even know how fucking annoying it is to get on an elevator? Or waiting for one? You see an elevator, you take it. Who cares who's on it? You fucking take it. This is, you are a criminal. Where the first one is you're going to steal, you're poor, you do not belong, you are dangerous. You know, if a white man or woman were to do the whole clutching the purse or checking their wallet when a poor homeless white person walks by, it won't be you're a criminal. It's just like, oh, that's normal. That's not microaggression. You're just being cautious. But fuck that shit. It's like, you don't know they're going to steal. You don't know that they're poor. As far as you know, they're just not a customer. If you think you're going to steal, security cameras are for, remember? Security cameras, unbiased, they see everything. This is getting moronic. 3 more things. Oh goody, there's only 3 more of the sites, so I'm not even gonna look at the whole thing. That's so far it's more longer painful. Alright, next theme. Denial of individual racism. A statement made when whites deny their racial biases. Well, they might be denying racial biases when they don't have any racial biases. I'm not racist, I have several black friends. That's the first microaggression. As a woman, I know what you go through as a racial minority. And the message is, I'm immune to racist because I have friends of color. Okay? Your racial oppression is no different than my gender oppression. I can't be racist. I'm like you. Who made this list? Alrighty, denial of individual racism. Statement blah blah blah, whites blah blah blah, denies their racial biases. Generally, last I check, a lot of racist, white supremacist assholes will proudly pronounce it. And as we all know, mega racists do love to have friends of color. They like hanging around with black people all the time. I remember going to in the town, I see a mega neo-Nazi walking around all dressed up, saying how much he hates blacks, and he's hanging out with a bunch of blacks, and they're drinking and having a good time. I remember that. That dumbass. Of course, that's this whole. As a woman, I know we go through as a race minority. Ever heard of empathy? People can form empathy. They can relate. They might not be able to fully understand, but they can definitely relate. This is with the far left. Not. I wish George Carlin was still alive. He'll be having a field day with this whole far how the uber progressive social justice warriors are. Alright. People of color. No, wait, that's the wrong one. I mean, you to races because I have friends of color. Well, if they have friends of color, then they definitely are. Because, well, they probably are because they're judging their friends based on the contents of their character that shows their friends that way. Ahead. Alrighty. Your racial oppression is no different from my gender oppression. Well, I understand the whole gender oppression thing because it's kind of the same law, unless you're going through abortion debate, but I know that's bothersome and annoying. But there's this thing called empathy, which this person probably doesn't understand who wrote this. People can't form empathy. So showing empathy is a bad thing. Alright, so this is my head. Alright. Myth of meritocracy. Meritocracy. Metrocracy. Meritocracy. What the fuck? Who wrote that? Who came with that word? Alright, statements which state assess that race does not play a role in life successes. Well, I hope it doesn't. People should succeed based on their strengths, not their with individual characteristics, not with their races. That's bullshit. Alright. I believe the most qualified person should get the job. Everyone can succeed in this society if they work hard enough. People of color are given extra unfair benefits because of their race. People of color are lazy and or incompetent and need to work hard. Someone is supposed to assert that race does not play a role in life successes. Well, I certainly hope, like I said earlier, that generally what plays a role in life successes is the financial status that you're born into, individual characteristics, you will the one's determination to work hard, and all the hard they get Yeah, like which kind of public school did they go? Which school did they go to when they were growing up? Middle school, grade school, high school. There's so many other factors to calculate into it other than race. Okay. The fuck. Alright. Alright, this seems like an appropriate time to point out that I believe the most qualified person to get a job, my Google question, to point out that I take one of my philosophies is from like from a certain wolf pack. You know, wolf pack structure is like alpha, beta, something, 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 omega. Pretty much a structure. You are where you. That's it. You get what you're qualified to get. Like the alpha eating is the first. There's a good portion of the meat, and the omega gets the scraps, and everyone else gets what's in between. What your job is in the pack determines what you get or where you stand with the pack. In the wolf pack, the omega wolf can become the alpha wolf in time if it knows what it's doing. So pretty much saying that people of color are given unfair benefits because of their race or affirmative action. Maybe we gotta look into that. I'm too tired, so I don't want to do it. So I want to do more important things like sleep. But still, it's like Spain is, I believe, the most qualified person to get the job. Martin Luther King Jr. People, remember? Content of character, not skin color. Fucking assholes. Who deliberately did so to give me a headache. Alright. Everyone can succeed in this society if they work hard enough. Yes, and it also helps if depending on where you were born. If we were all born like Donald Trump, we can all succeed and fuck up the nation in some weird way. Fuck up and still be rich. But if we're born in the bottom of the poor working class, it's gonna be fucking hard to succeed. But they can do it. You hear stories all the time. It is possible to succeed if one works hard and dedicates themselves. But that's up if they get some good cards thrown their way. It's a fucked up system, yes. Can we fix this fucked up system? Yes. Should we? Fuck yes. But pretty much this microaggression bullshit won't help. It's gonna make it even harder. And no, saying that everyone can succeed in society does not mean translates to be people of color are fucking lazy. No. There are white people who are fucking lazy. Trust me, I know. Okay? God, man, this thing is annoying. So this is a touch of the microstupidity that's going through life. I'm glad I'm almost done with college because you got a feeling that my college is going to become like this. So, fuck yes. Well, this is the Fifth Lord Silent saying. God, fucking headache. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Till next time.